Again, Andy with Andy Handyman, and welcome back to a project run through. We're out doing a bid in Marietta today, and this is a great house. Love this house, especially the screen porch that the screen room that they built in the back there to the right. This is a cedar sided house, and this owner is kind of at a crossroads of whether to keep renting it or fix it up and sell it. If he's selling this house, we would tell him or suggest that, have us do the carpentry. There's a lot of rotted pieces, not a ton, but you'll see some of it. There's some rotted frame in this, sorry, my hand, I'm getting used to this device. The frame at this door right here, the molding and the frame are both rotted on both sides. There's a piece of cedar cap right here that's rotted to the left right there. This left side garage door has rotted frame, 2x8 frame on either side. And we'll piece those in. And then he's got some rotted frame right here on the left side of that right garage door, and then we'll mosey down the trail here and you'll see he's got a rotted 2x4 right here on the side. And so usually when we do these, we'll just piece in. We're kind of like a dentist. We'll come in this area right here. If he's keeping the house, these downspouts are too small. This is 2x4, and that's, or 2x3, it should be 3x4. It can't handle the water. And he's got some plastic gutter helmet on the back deck that are clogged, and so it's rotted the siding on the chimney, which we'll catch that in a minute here. Really a great house. If he was keeping the house long term, we'd go ahead and patch some of the cedar siding. You see some chunks where the knot's falling out, but he can get a much cheaper painter than us to just come in and spray this thing like a light gray with a dark contrast on the deck in the back, similar to the house next door, just lighter colors. This thing will fly off the shelf. It's a great house. Or you can go back to renting. And a lot of people that bought 8-10 years ago, now they're coming back into the market because everything is so high. The market's getting ready to crash, in my opinion. So if you need to sell, now's the time. Way up here on this, what we call a tower, it's gonna be hard to see it around the trees. You'll see a little circle. See that circle right up there? It's kind of a black circle. I can't point and hold the camera up at the same time, but this is channel siding, cedar siding. So we just need to replace about 4 feet of it right there. The front door has a little bit of rot on the, right there. Just in the molding, which is kind of weird. And there's probably a leak somewhere underneath this roof wasn't done right. You can see the underhang is rotted all the way through there. Someone came through and tried to add drip guard, which is this white little piece of metal, which every roof should have, but it's obviously leaking somewhere. We have to get up on the roof and see it. Part of it again is whoever did the gutters put these plastic gutter guards on top of this gutter right here. They get clogged really easily and the water backflows underneath the shingles, and that's what I think is going on here. But again, we'd have to get up on the roof to see it. He's got a 3x4 downspout right here, but if you look down at the edge, it looks like they flushed it recently. You can see some of the debris has come through right here. So that may be that it was clogged for a while, or as you can see right now, there's debris sitting on top of it. If I back up through the tulips here, you can see right where that piece of metal flashing is, that left corner board is rotted right there. The rest of this all looks pretty good. When the guys break out the ladders, they might find something. He's got newer windows in here, and they did put drip guard or tried to put it all the way around. All the siding in this area right through here is pretty good shape. The left side here, as we come around the rocks, right here, we'd go ahead and replace that fascia board all the way across. There's some squirrel damage right there. Squirrel damage right there. We just replaced the whole piece instead of piecing it in. On a house like this is getting ready to get sold, fascia we go back in with just back pine instead of cedar. Cedar's a little more expensive. You can see some soffit right here was patched, so we come back in and replace about 2 feet of soffit there. All the siding's in great shape. He's got such a cool yard back here. I think with the right colors inside and out, this house will just sell instantly, especially with that screen in porch back there. Screen room. Look at the backyard. It's got a nice water feature right here. We work with a ton of realtors. We do a lot of inspection repairs. Pretty well known. We've been doing this stuff for 25 years in Atlanta. We've got some copycatters that are following us, especially if you found us through Home Advisor. There's another guy in Marietta that's changed his name 3 times now, trying to get away from my lawyer and keep it going. The last iteration, he's calling himself Andy's Handyman now, but we're probably going to shut him down before too long. On the right side of this chimney back here, you can see that rotted fascia board right there. We replaced that whole piece. He's got about 5 rows of siding in there. There used to be a gutter here at one point, and they since took it down or it fell off. and so it only rotted a little bit of the siding. On the right side of this same chimney, and you can kind of see the wrinkling right here. This is what inspectors are looking for. So if I can hold this bloody thing right in here, see this right through here? If I go up on a ladder, I can put my finger right through it. Cedar siding is awesome. Contractors want to talk people into coming back in and doing hardy plank everywhere. It's not worth it. He's got one row of siding right here for the same reason. Right here, just go ahead and replace that. Rotted wood is the kiss of death. You can see the same thing with this gutter. This is a 2x3 downspout. If he's going to keep the property, go ahead and change that. If he's selling it, get rid of it. He can leave that for now, leave it for an inspection if anyone catches it. See all the debris on that gutter up there? He's got a plastic gutter guard over the top of it. Those things serve no purpose. You just have to clean the gutters. And these gutters are undersized for this house. He really wants 6-inch gutters. But again, selling it, that's somebody else's problem. And if he fixes this up, this thing will sell really fast. We've touched so many of these this year, all over Metro Atlanta. If you just hit it with the right colors, it's really key. Do a good job in the inside. The outside, people aren't looking that hard. Just fix your rotted wood. That's a kiss of death in inspections. I couldn't tell without going up on the ladder. I'd probably leave this corner alone because it looks like it's just drip guard, but more than likely the squirrels were getting in that corner. And he's got some cool stuff. You see that little dome up there? That's actually a prismatic skylight. So it's really cool because they don't leak. And it's got little mirrors inside there. It's called a radiant skylight. And the light comes through and it refracts and bends it out into the room. So it makes it look really bright. It's a nice feature to have. You can kind of see here on the back corner board, that's rotted out. And then on this gutter right here, there's no kick out flashing. So what I got in between, someone put some painted metal to cover the rotted wood from before. But you got about 17 rows of siding that are rotted right through here. And so when you look at the siding, like that one that I showed you on the other side that had a wrinkle in it, if you look right here, see it? I can literally put my hand right through, and obviously this is the corner board, there's nothing left to it. So we really replaced that whole corner board, about 17 rows of siding right there. And that's pretty much it. He's done. So not a huge repair ticket here. You know, the way we always work, we try to bring value to our customers, but we do everything except air conditioning and swimming pools. It's me and my brother and 30 guys running all over bloody Metro Atlanta. It's craziness. But see, like this gutter right here, whoever replaced this, they tried to cut it short because they had that spotlight right there. And it really missed part of what it needed to do. So that water that's coming over that little foot right there with no gutter is dropping right down here. And then what water's coming out is dropping right here too. So it rotted out that corner board on the side. Great house. If he decides to keep it, it'll still prove to be a good investment. But right now, it's an unbelievable time to cash out. So again, we pretty much do everything. Just be patient with us. We get crushed. We got a lot of guys, but sometimes it's like herding kittens. I'm not just a salesperson. I work with a lot of my guys. I just left a job earlier today, so we're doing bids around that. I'm a 4th generation contractor. My son Andrew is starting to learn the business as well. You know, we're locally based. The key thing to ask contractors right now, even if you're not planning to use a credit card, ask them if they accept credit cards. If they don't, and you don't have a relationship with them, or you're doing a larger project, you're doing something more than $500-600, get somebody else, because having the power of that credit card and a chargeback if there's a problem, it's really huge. And even a project like this, you know, it's not cheap to do what we do. It's not cheap to get good carpenters out. But this isn't a big project. In the grand scheme of things, he cleans this up, gets it repainted inside and out, and decides to sell it, it's gone. Being a landlord in this market is a headache. It's really hard to find good tenants. Even in, you know, this is 30062, great schools, everything's right here. So anyway, you can catch us at 770-912-2829 in the office, or you can try to catch me personally at 770-265-9017. I'm Andy. Bye for now.